Every relationship carries its own hidden tale, and behind each story lies pain, where truth seeps silently through words. The laughter in that room felt out of place. Not here, not at my table. It was sharp and biting, like shards of glass rattling wildly in a storm. Her friends leaned in closer, their wine glasses catching the soft glow of the dim restaurant light, their faces twisted with amusement at my expense. I sat frozen, for it paused halfway to my lips. One of them cracked another cheap joke about me. Something about how fortunate she was that I hadn't yet realized how much better her life could be without me. She was the loudest to laugh. When I stayed silent, her eyes locked with mine, flickering with challenge. "If you don't like my friend's rude jokes," she said, a smirk playing on her lips, "you can just pay and leave." The table erupted in laughter. "Thanks for the option," I replied quietly. Rising deliberately, I pulled out my wallet, peeled off the exact cash of my meal, and placed it neatly beside my plate. Her confident smile faltered. I grabbed my keys and walked away. Behind me, the laughter dissolved into a tense, awkward silence. She returned 3 hours later. No apology, no explanation, just a casual toss of her heels by the door and a muttered accusation that I was too sensitive. I said nothing. I watched her move through the kitchen, pouring wine, scrolling through her phone, pretending she didn't notice me watching her. The signs had been mounting for months. The late nights, the new scent of perfume, the way she started taking her phone everywhere, even to the bathroom. But that night, the look she gave me when she granted permission for me to leave, that look, as if she wanted me gone, as if my absence would lighten her burden, was when doubt turned to certainty. Not knowing what exactly, but knowing. Suspicion is a silent predator. It doesn't leap, it stalks. I began with the small details, never confronting her directly. That would only make her more cautious. Instead, I let her believe I was sulking. While she slept, I checked her phone. The passcode was new, but I already knew it. People think changing locks hide secrets. They forget who truly owns a house. Her messages were spotless, too spotless. But people often overlook the photo gallery. Deleted images linger in the recently deleted folder. I scrolled through. A man's arm at a cafe, just the arm. Another photo captured her wine glass at the edge of the frame, a reflection revealing her smile. No names, no captions. I took screenshots, emailing them to myself. Over the following week, I observed her routines. The suspiciously timed late work nights matching the timestamps of those photos, the sudden habit of placing her phone face down on tables. I asked no questions, I gathered evidence. Then, on a Thursday, the truth landed in my inbox. A private investigator's report complete with pictures, dates, times, and names. Her work meetings were dinners, her networking events, hotel rooms. And finally, one photo showed the man's face clearly. My first reaction was numbness. The second was relief. Knowing is cleaner than doubting. That night, she arrived late again. I sat calmly at the table. The report closed before me, not spread out or flaunted, just there. She noticed it and met my gaze. "What's that?" she asked. I slid the report toward her. As she opened it, her breath caught on the third page. She looked at me as though I had placed a loaded gun between us. "I can explain," she began. "No," I said firmly. "You can't." The next evening, she arranged another dinner with her friends at the same restaurant. She insisted we attend, to prove everything was fine. I agreed. We sat at the same table. Their smiles were too wide, their laughter too loud. She was putting on a show. Midway through the meal, one friend tossed out another joke. Something about how I must have gotten over my little tantrum. I smiled. Then I took out my phone and set it on the table. The screen lit up with a single image, her standing too close to him in a hotel hallway, the date and time glowing in the corner. I said nothing. I slid the phone to her, then slowly around to each friend. The laughter vanished. She stared at me, eyes wide and silent, mouth opening but no words coming. I stood, paid my half of the bill down to exact change once more, and walked out. I didn't wait for her that night. I ignored her calls and messages. The next morning, I packed 2 bags. Mine and one filled with the things she left behind in my space, but never truly owned. I left them on the kitchen table. Closing the door behind me felt like sealing a vault. The kind you never open again, even when you know there's something precious inside. Some things aren't meant to be retrieved, especially once you realize they were never truly yours.